Hi, and welcome to the second half of this double weekday episode of Saturday Morning Cartoons. In this video, we're going to draw Jerry, the mouse from the famous cartoon duo Tom and Jerry. All you're going to need to follow along with me is a pencil and paper. Easy peasy, right? So let's get started. We're going to draw Jerry step by step, giving you the secret formula to be able to draw him again and again. In the first step, we'll draw what I call the roadmap to get Jerry's size, proportions, and pose right. Remember, until the last step, where we draw the final details, you want to draw as light as possible, whisper on paper. If you've watched some of my other videos, then you know I use the character's head to figure out how big the entire character is. In this drawing, Jerry is roughly 2.5 heads tall. In other words, however tall his head is, his entire body is 2.5 of those, not counting his little mouse ears. Throughout this lesson, if at any time you need to pause or go back, please do. That's the beauty of this being a video. Watch it as many times as you need to. All right, so let's start with the roadmap of Jerry. Okay, so there's our roadmap of Jerry, which means we're on to step 2. In this step, we do what I call roughing out the features, using the roadmap we've just drawn to help us position Jerry's eyes, nose, mouth, hands, feet, and tail. Understand, we are still drawing as light as possible in this step. You will see that I use guidelines to help me know where to put things. We don't want those guidelines in the final drawing, so you want to draw them light enough to be able to erase them as easy as possible. So let's rough out Jerry's features. So there we have it. With the roadmap done, and with the features now roughed out, it's time for the final step. In step 3, we get to have the fun. We get to draw the final details. We don't have to guess where to put things because we've already done all the hard work to figure that out. In this step, it's okay to draw darker, but don't hammer that line, mindlessly retracing over the lines you've already drawn. Always look to tweak and improve until the very end. So let's draw Jerry's details. Okay, so there we have it. Jerry the Mouse from Tom and Jerry. Well, how'd you do? As I said after we drew Tom, if you've never drawn Jerry, then you cannot expect to have drawn him perfect. Like Tom, Jerry's a very difficult character to draw. And like I pointed out after we drew Tom, I didn't spend time coloring Jerry during this video because I want my lessons to focus solely on the drawing process. Now you have the secret formula, the process for drawing Jerry. With that, you can draw him again and again. And by all means, color him when you're done. I promise each time you draw him, it will be a little better and a little easier. I also promise the more you work with me, the better you're going to get at all your cartoon characters. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the little bell so you won't miss any of the Saturday morning cartoon episodes. For those of you who want to go a little deeper, click on the link below for my free 4-part drawing series where I spend more time explaining the details and the thinking behind each step in what I call the level up cartooning process. So now that we've drawn both Tom and Jerry, I'd love to see your masterpiece. If you can, take a picture of them together and post it on either Facebook or Instagram. And don't forget to include the hashtag #LevelUpCartooning. I hope you enjoyed our little double weekday episode of Saturday Morning Cartoons. I'll see you this Saturday with another episode. In the meantime, keep drawing, my friends.